Andarki Namaskaram. Dr.YSR Horticultural University, in addition to regular activities every year from 2021 year onwards, especially paying attention on one important horticultural crop for research and extension activities. 2021 declared as year of coconut and 21-22 as year of citrus. Similarly, on this auspicious occasion of declaration of one more important horticultural crop, on behalf of Dr.YSR Horticultural University, I welcome Honorable Chief Guest Sri Kakani Govardhan Reddy Garu, Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Cooperation, Marketing and Food Processing, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Welcome, sir. Welcome to Special Chief Guest Dr. Srimati Poonam Malakondaya Garu, IAS, Chief Commissioner, RBKs, and Special Chief Secretary to Government of Andhra Pradesh. Welcome, Madam. Welcome to Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr.YSRHU, and President of the today's program, Dr. T. Janikaram Garu. Welcome, sir. Welcome to Guests of Honor, Dr. S.S. Sridhar Garu, IFS, Commissioner of Horticulture, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Welcome, sir. Welcome to Dr. S. Uma, Director, ICR, NRCB, Trichy, Dr. Prakash Patil, Project Coordinator, ASRP on Fruits, IIHR, Bengaluru, Dr. L. Naram Naidu, Director of Research, Dr. YSRHU, Dr. E. Karnasri, Director of Extension, Dr. YSRHU, and University Officers of Dr. YSRHU. I also welcome to Journal Heads, Associate Deans, Heads of Research Stations, Heads of KVKs, Heads of Horticultural Polytechnics under Dr. YSRHU. Welcome to Officers of Department of Horticulture, Village Horticultural Assistants, Village Agricultural Assistants of RBKs, Progressive Farmers, PRO, Press and Media, and all other participants. Again, on behalf of Horticulture, welcome to you. So now I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. T. Janikaram sir, for presidential address.
Good afternoon, sir. Namaskaram, sir. Today's chief guest, Sri Kakani Govardhan Reddy Garu, Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Cooperation, Marketing and Food Processing, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Dr. Srimati Poonam Malakondaya Garu, IAS, Chief Commissioner RBKs and Special Chief Secretary to Government of Andhra Pradesh. Madam is now presently in Delhi attending some other meeting. Thanks to Madam. Dr. S.S. Sridhar Garu, IFS, Commissioner of Horticulture, Government of Andhra Pradesh. My esteemed colleagues from ICR, Dr. S. Umaji, Director, ICR NRCB, Trichy, Dr. Prakash Patilji, Project Coordinator, ASRP, Fruits, and all my university officers, heads of KVKs, heads of research stations, all my teachers, colleagues, and the colleagues and senior officers from the Department of Horticulture, Government of Andhra Pradesh, and all the farmers attending this program. Sir, as it was mentioned by Dr. Srinivas Garu, Dr. YSR Horticulture University is taking many new initiatives focusing overall development of horticulture in our state through research, education, and extension. And under this special activities, we are targeting major horticultural crops. and a particular year is designated to focus on a particular crop. And in this endeavor, the year 2021 was declared as coconut year, and 21 and 22 as year of citrus. And I would like to mention few achievements which we have achieved during the last year of citrus, for the information of the Honorable Minister, sir. Sir, on Raitu Dinotsavam was celebrated at all the Raitu Bharosa Kendras in our 42 institute adopted villages, and we have planted the lime seedlings and also distributed to the farmers, and we have organized the interaction meetings with the farmers in Raitu Bharosa Kendrams. We have also prepared the charts depicting different technologies, particularly the plant production technologies and also the production technologies pertaining to the citrus at all the Raitu Bharosa Kendrams in adopted villages. Sir, one good achievement, as we focused on the research, we got one of the variety, that is Vakula TAL 94/14, which is a lime variety with almost 39 tons per hectare, which is more than the variety which earlier released, Balaji variety, which gives only 30 tons per hectare. And we are thankful to Dr. Srimati Poonam Malkonda Madam for getting this variety notified at State Varietal Release Committee few months back, and also few days back we got this variety in Gazette notification, and now we are submitting for this variety to be notified in Central Variety Release Committee, sir. And we also organized for the first time a 2-day hands-on training program for the nursery men across the state, and there was a good response, which was organized in May month of 2022 at HRS Tirupati station. And we have also conducted 52 phone-in programs, 31 Udyanavani programs, which is exclusively focusing on the citrus. And we have also created the importance of the nutritional qualities of this citrus fruits, and which have also been advocated for kitchen gardens. And we have also much focus was given during the year, sir, the planting material, and it was intensified. A total number of 83,370 disease-free Sadgudi sweet orange buddlings, and 2,23,727 Balaji and Petlur, Pulusu, Nimma and lime seedlings, which can be sufficiently required. Which were supplied to the farmers of different research stations and through KVKs at Tirupati, Petlur, Mahanandi, Venkatramanagudam and Anantarajpet stations. And during the year, the CRS Tirupati and also CRS Petlur, they got NHB National Horticulture Board accreditation 3-star and 2-star nursery ratings, sir. Sir, Sir, this year, as we know that the banana is one of the very important fruit crops grown in Andhra Pradesh, and it ranks first in production and third in area under cultivation. But however, in coastal Andhra Pradesh and Rayalaseema, two important banana growing areas with diverse agroclimatic zones, that is Kadapa, Anantapur, West Godavari, East Godavari, Krishna, Guntur, Vijayanagaram, are the major banana growing districts in Andhra Pradesh. And we are also advocating the polyclonal banana cultivation, which is prevailing in coastal Andhra Pradesh, AP, with native banana cultivars. Our horticulture research station at Kovur is also concentrating on multiplication of the native banana varieties like Karpur Chakrakeli and also Tella Chakrakeli through tissue culture and distributing to the farmers. As we are taking up this crop under area expansion program, but there are many challenges, sir. Like the important ones is rampant spread of pests and diseases, like the important one is Sigatoka spot disease, Panama wilt disease, and also the wilt Fusarium oxysporium wilt, the race 1, and also the bacterial rhizome rot and some of the viral diseases. And our research station at HRS Kovur and also the banana research station located at Pulivindala has taken very active participation in conducting the training programs in collaboration with the horticulture department and sensitizing and making control measures, particularly the Sigatoka disease. And we are also working on biotic and abiotic challenges continuously addressed by our Kovur and Pulivindala stations, and particularly our Kovur station has worked for more than 50 years of research in particularly banana, and we have worked out many package of practices like the spacing, planting, selection of planting material, water management, intercultivation operations, and organic nutrition management methods. All these were standardized by the Kovur station. And we are also happy to inform you that the tissue culture protocols have been standardized for several native genotypes, banana genotypes, and distributed to many farmers. And particularly more than 15 lakh tissue culture plants are produced in our tissue culture laboratory. And we are also constantly creating awareness to different extension functionaries from RBKs, and we are also training them and making display of different posters. And like in the year of citrus and coconut, sir, we have prepared the action plan for celebrating this year of banana, which will be presented by our director extension, and also we'll be concentrating particularly on production of the quality planting material. And sir, you also mentioned last time during the review meeting, the value addition is very important, and we have to work for the shelf life of one of our native banana variety, and that also will be taking up, sir, on an intensive scale. And of course, realizing this importance and unique nature of this crop, this year is earmarked for Dr.YSRHU year of banana, and we are very happy and grateful for your presence, which will be declared by your good self, sir, in a few minutes. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I request the Honorable Minister Garu to declare Dr. YSRHU Year of Banana 2022-23, sir.
Dr. YSR Horticultural University 2022-23 సంవత్సరాన్ని ఇయర్ ఆఫ్ బనానా 2022-23 సంవత్సరంగా ప్రకటించాలనేటువంటి నిర్ణయం తీసుకొని ఈరోజు దాన్ని ఈ సమావేశంలో వర్చువల్ సమావేశంలో ప్రకటించాలనేటువంటి నిర్ణయంతో ఈరోజు దాన్ని లాంఛనంగా డాక్టర్ వైఎస్ఆర్ హార్టికల్చర్ యూనివర్సిటీ 2022-23 సంవత్సరాన్ని ఇయర్ ఆఫ్ బనానాగా ఈరోజు ప్రకటించడానికి నేను చాలా సంతోషిస్తున్నాను. దానికి సంబంధించి వైఎస్ఆర్ హార్టికల్చర్ యూనివర్సిటీ వైస్ ఛాన్సలర్ గారికి సిబ్బంది గారికి నా హృదయపూర్వకమైనటువంటి అభినందనలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను. అయితే ప్రధానంగా ఈరోజు ఒక్కసారి ఓకే కరియన్
సార్ ప్రకాష్ Sir, before we wait for your address, sir, I request your good self to release the logo of the Year of Banana, sir, as we did for coconut and citrus.
Yes, please.
Thank you, sir. Sir, we have one pamphlet prepared by our Dr. YSRHU HS Kovur scientist, tissue culture arati sagu melaina yajamanyam, sir. And also aratilo tissue culture mokkala sagu pradhanita, aratini asinche సిగటో కాకుమస్ తెగులు యాజమాన్యం రెండు పోస్టర్లు కూడా RBKs లో డిస్ప్లే చేయడానికి I request you to release these publications, sir.
Yes, please. Yes.
Sir, these are the posters which we are going to display in Right Bharosa Kendra.
Very good. Good.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. Now I request Dr. S.S. Sridhar Garu, IFS Commissioner of Horticulture, Government of Andhra Pradesh, to give his message.
Honorable Minister for Agriculture and Cooperation, Food Processing and Marketing, Shri Kakani Govardhan Reddy Gariki, Vice Chancellor of Horticulture, Dr. YSR Horticulture University, Gariki, Dr. Poonam Malakundaya, Special Chief Secretary and Chief Commissioner RBKs, Itara Scientists Laku, Department of Officials ki, Director, National Research Center for Banana, Tiruchirappalli, ఇక్కడ ఈ వర్చువల్ సమావేశానికి సమావేశమైన అందరూ స్టాఫ్స్ కి నమస్కారాలు. I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sridhar, your voice is audible.
Thank you, VC గారు. సార్, డిపార్ట్మెంట్ పరంగా ఇందాక వీసీ గారు చెప్పినట్లు మనము కోఆర్డినేషన్తో ఈ బనానా క్రాప్ ని ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్లాలని ట్రై చేస్తున్నాం సార్. మనకు బనానా క్రాప్ దాదాపు 1,00,000 హెక్టార్లలో గ్రో చేస్తున్నారు. ప్రొడక్షన్ పరంగా చూస్తే నంబర్ 1 మనం ఉన్నాము. 60 lakh మెట్రిక్ టన్స్ ఇక్కడ స్టేట్ లో ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతుంది సార్. అయితే ఇందాక వీసీ గారు చెప్పినట్లు మేజర్ గా మనకు రాయలసీమలో కడప, అనంతపురం అండ్ నంద్యాల డిస్ట్రిక్ట్స్ లో గ్రో అవుతుంది. అదే విధంగా కోస్తా జిల్లాల్లో అయితే ఈస్ట్ గోదావరి, వెస్ట్ గోదావరిలో ఈ క్రాప్ ఎక్కువగా మనకు కల్టివేట్ అవుతుంది సార్. తర్వాత రైతులకు ఎక్కువగా లాభం చేకూర్చడానికి ఈ మధ్య మనము టిష్యూ కల్చర్ బనానాను ప్రమోట్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది సార్. T9 అనేది ఎక్కువగా కల్టివేట్ చేస్తున్నారు. ఇందాక మన యూనివర్సిటీ వీసీ గారు చూపించినట్లు ఆర్బీకే లెవెల్లో మనం రైతులకు ఏం చేయాలి అనేది తోటబడి ద్వారా మనం ప్రమోట్ చేస్తున్నాము. 165 తోటబడి ప్రోగ్రాంలు డిపార్ట్మెంట్ పరంగా అరటి పంట మీదనే మనము ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేసి రైతులకు అవగాహన కల్పించడం జరుగుతుంది సార్. అదేవిధంగా ఎక్కువ ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్న ఇష్యూస్ అయితే సిగతోక లీఫ్ స్పాట్, తర్వాత ఎర్లీ మెచ్యూరిటీ, దానివల్ల ఎర్లీ మెచ్యూరిటీ అనే ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వస్తున్నాయి. వీటి మీద ఎక్కువ అవగాహన కల్పించడానికి ఫీల్డ్ ఫంక్షనరీస్ కి అందరికీ సైంటిస్టుల ద్వారా ముందు ట్రైనింగ్ ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది సార్. వాళ్ళ ద్వారా మనము రైతులకు కూడా అవగాహన పెంపొందిస్తున్నాం. అయితే ఒక ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఇష్యూ ఏమంటే ఈల్డ్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత రేట్ అనేది మనకు దీంట్లో కొంత ప్రాబ్లంగా ఉంది. దాన్ని స్టెబిలైజ్ చేయడానికి డిపార్ట్మెంట్ పరంగా మనము ఎక్స్పోర్ట్స్ ని ప్రమోట్ చేస్తున్నాం సార్. ఎస్పెషల్లీ రాయలసీమలో అనంతపురం అండ్ కడప జిల్లాల్లో దేశాయ్, INI ఇటువంటి ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్ ద్వారా కోఆర్డినేట్ చేసుకొని ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ ప్రమోషన్ చేయటం జరుగుతుంది. గత 3 సంవత్సరాల్లో చూస్తే దాదాపు 1,00,000 మెట్రిక్ టన్నుల వరకు మనం బనానా ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేయటం జరిగింది. దీనివల్ల దాదాపు 12 నుంచి 13 రూపాయల వరకు కిలో రేట్ పలుకుతుంది సార్. ఇది ఈ విధమైన యాక్టివిటీ చేసిన దానివల్ల డొమెస్టిక్ మార్కెట్ లో కూడా ప్రైస్ అనేది కిందకు పడిపోకుండా మేబీ అట్లీస్ట్ థర్డ్ క్వాలిటీ కూడా దాదాపు 6-7 రూపీస్కి గిట్టుబాటు అవుతుంది సార్ రైతులకి. సో డిపార్ట్మెంట్ పరంగా అనేక పరమైన చర్యలు మనము ఈ పంట మీద చేపట్టి రైతులకు లాభదాయకంగా ఈ పంట ఉండాలని చెప్పి డిపార్ట్మెంట్ పరంగా చర్యలు తీసుకుంటున్నాము. ఇందాక టిష్యూ కల్చర్ మీద ఒక పోస్టర్ చూపించారు సార్. మనం టిష్యూ కల్చర్ ప్రమోట్ చేస్తూ దాని మీద యాజమాన్య పద్ధతులు కూడా రిలీజ్ చేయడం జరిగింది తమ చేతుల ద్వారా. మనము ఆల్రెడీ 2 టిష్యూ కల్చర్ ల్యాబ్స్ కూడా అనంతపురంలో ఎస్టాబ్లిష్మెంట్ చేయడం జరిగింది. డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ప్లాంట్ మెటీరియల్ రైతులకు అందాలని చెప్పి నర్సరీ యాక్ట్ కింద కూడా ఇక్కడ ఉన్న నర్సరీస్ అన్నిటిని కూడా రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ చేయడం జరిగింది. సో రైతులకు ఎటువంటి సాంకేతిక సహాయమైన ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ పరంగా డిపార్ట్మెంట్ చర్యలు తీసుకొని ఇది ఒక గ్రోత్ ఇంజిన్ క్రాప్ గా ఐడెంటిఫై చేసి దాని మీద చర్యలు తీసుకోవడం జరిగింది సార్. ఇప్పటి వరకు మేజర్ ఇష్యూస్ ఇందులో ఒక్క సిగతోక తప్ప అదర్ ఇష్యూస్ ఏమీ లేవు. మనకు పంట ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు సాంకేతికంగా వాల్యూ అడిషన్ మీద కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది సార్. దాని మీద యూనివర్సిటీ రీసెర్చ్ చేసి ఏదైనా మనకు ఫీల్డ్ లో అంటే ఎకనామికల్లీ వయబుల్ యూనిట్స్ ఏదైనా సజెస్ట్ చేయగలిగితే అది పోస్ట్ హార్వెస్ట్ టెక్నాలజీ కింద మనం ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయడానికి ప్రపోజల్స్ పంపించవచ్చు సార్. సో ఈ క్రాప్ గురించి ఇప్పటి వరకు మొన్న నంద్యాలలో సీఎం గారి ప్రోగ్రామ్ తర్వాత ఇన్స్పెక్షన్స్, ఫీల్డ్ ఇన్స్పెక్షన్స్ లోను, తర్వాత అంతకుముందు పులివెందల్లోనూ ఫీల్డ్ ఇన్స్పెక్షన్స్ చేసినప్పుడు మేజర్ ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చి సిగతోక మీదనే ఉంది సార్. దాని మీద ఈసారి ఎక్స్టెన్సివ్ గా అవేర్నెస్ క్రియేట్ చేయడం జరిగింది. కాబట్టి ఈ ఒక్క ప్రాబ్లమ్ని ఎఫెక్టివ్గా మనము ఓవర్కమ్ చేయగలిగితే ప్రొడక్టివిటీ ఇప్పుడున్న దాదాపు 55 టన్స్ పర్ హెక్టేర్ నుంచి 60 టన్స్ పైన మనం చేయగలిగితే అడిషనల్ ఇన్కమ్ రైతులకి వస్తుంది సార్. మేము డిపార్ట్మెంట్ పరంగా హార్టికల్చర్ యూనివర్సిటీ సహాయంతో ఆ విధంగా వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాం సార్. అండ్ దిస్ ఈస్ ఫ్రమ్ మై సైడ్ సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వేసి గారు ఫర్ గివింగ్ మీ దిస్ ఆపర్చునిటీ.
Thank you, sir. I request Dr. S. Umaji, Director ICR NRCB, Trichy, to give her quick remarks.
Good afternoon to all of you. Respected Agriculture Minister from State of Andhra Pradesh, Madam Poonam Malkondaya, and Commissioner Horticulture, respected Vice Chancellor and his whole team. Very good morning to all of you. And before I say a few words, I just wanted to say the YSRHU ఈ సంవత్సరాన్ని అరటి సంవత్సరం అని గుర్తించే ఈ సందర్భాలు అందరికీ ICR NRCB నుంచి అభినందన. Sir, this is a very happy and very touching moment for me to have this year to be recognized as Year of Banana. This is one of the very unique incentives or very unique initiatives what your YSRHU has started under the leadership of our Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Janaki Rao. I really appreciate the Minister and the Vice Chancellor and his team for recognizing such kind of horticulture crops and giving initiatives to this. I am very happy and very proud of your state, which has moved ahead with production as the number one in the status with respect to productivity, and also area moved to the area into the third position. This would not have been possible without the support of your ministry and all the stakeholders, including the university. And such drives will definitely give impetus to crop boost. I really agree. And on this juncture, I would like to say a few words what can be improved upon. Just in the morning, we had a meeting with our own Tamil Nadu Agriculture Commissioner and Director, where we developed a roadmap for improving the banana industry in the country. For the state of Tamil Nadu. I am sure Vice Chancellor must have developed a kind of roadmap for the crop, for the development of the crop in the Andhra Pradesh. There are some issues, one or two issues we really have to look into. The outbreak of present diseases and the new diseases. The present diseases, you are talking about Sigatoka leaf spot disease and the Fusarium race 1 and all are there. But new and emerging diseases are there, which I really want to caution the state to be more careful is. There is a serious threat of Fusarium wilt, that Panama wilt. There is a new serious strain, virulent strain, we call it as race 4, which is already moved from Bihar to Madhya Pradesh and from that side to West Bengal. So without any quarantine system in the country, internal quarantine, we have to be very cautious while we are moving the planting material. So quality planting material in terms of good tissue culture planting material, disease-free planting material, emphasizing this to the farmers for all the traditional and native varieties is very important. I know for grand name, excellent tissue culture material supply system is there, but for traditional varieties, if at all you are suggesting them to encouraging the farmers to grow for traditional varieties, we should have a robust tissue culture system, technology. In this occasion, I would like to say that the kind of infrastructure we are investing on tissue culture is very, very much, but we have a technology in ICR where you can bring down the cost of tissue culture from 20 rupees to less than 5 rupees. This is we call it as high throughput technology using bioreactors. Many of my your own banana scientists are aware of this and they have seen this. If possible, you can take this technology from ICR and RCB with a proper protocol. And we will be happy to share you the technology and also handhold you in producing a large number of plantlets. The simple magnitude, I would say, from 1 ml of a cell suspension, we can produce 10,000 plantlets, tissue culture plant. That is the kind of magnitude we have. And number 2 is with respect to any protection aspects, we are there to help you. And number 3 is that in value addition, of course, it's a very important issue. We have been telling the farmers to produce more and more, but we are not telling them to, we are not advising them to how to use that more and more what you produce. And definitely NRCB will be there to support you in training the farmers in transfer of technology for more than 40 technologies what we have in the institute. Simple one is even the overripe fruits can be converted into fruit sugar, and that can be used in the bakery, in the confectionery industry. So to that extent, the technologies are available, and waste utilization is more important. We are talking about only 30 kg or 50 kg of the bunch. We are forgetting about the rest 60 to 70 kg plant material which goes as waste. We don't know how to put that into the nature and make use of it. So we have that waste utilization technologies. And on this occasion, I am assuring you the state that NRCB will be with you in all your endeavors, and whatever technology support and hand-holding, we are there to help you, sir. So wishing all the stakeholders the very best, and thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Uma. We have signed MOU with the NRCPB, so definitely we'll work together effectively. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Now we are really waiting for the message by our Honorable Minister Garu. Sir, before just I wanted to share one of the good news today that we received ASRP on biological control, best performing center by ICR to our HRS Ambajipet stations. Sir, I request for your kind address.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. ఈరోజు డాక్టర్ వైఎస్ఆర్ హార్టికల్చర్ యూనివర్సిటీ 2022-23 సంవత్సరాన్ని ఇయర్ ఆఫ్ బనానాగా మనం ప్రకటించుకోవడం, ఆ ప్రకటించుకున్నటువంటి సందర్భంలో ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని నిర్వహిస్తున్నటువంటి యూనివర్సిటీ వైస్ ఛాన్సలర్ డాక్టర్ జానకిరామ్ గారికి, స్పెషల్ చీఫ్ సెక్రటరీ పూనం మాల్కొండయ్య గారికి, కమిషనర్ హార్టికల్చర్ శ్రీధర్ గారికి, డీన్ ప్రొఫెసర్స్, ఎక్స్పర్ట్స్, ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొంటున్నటువంటి వివిధ కాలేజెస్ కి సంబంధించినటువంటి ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ అందరికీ నా హృదయపూర్వకమైనటువంటి నమస్కారాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను. ప్రత్యేకించి డాక్టర్ వైఎస్ఆర్ ఉద్యాన విశ్వవిద్యాలయం గత 2 సంవత్సరాలుగా చూస్తే 2020-21 కోకోనట్ ఇయర్ గా, 21-22 సిట్రస్ ఇయర్ గా ప్రకటించి దాని మీద పరిశోధనలు చేసి పురోగతిని సాధించి మంచి ఫలితాలు ఆర్జించి ఈరోజు అందులో భాగంగా 2022-23 సంవత్సరాన్ని బనానా ఇయర్ గా, అరటి పంటకు సంబంధించి 2022-23ని ఇయర్ ఆఫ్ బనానాగా ఈరోజు ప్రకటించడం, దాని మీద ఈరోజు ఈ సమాజంలో ఉండేటువంటి చాలా మందికి ఉపయోగపడేటువంటి విధంగా, రైతాంగానికి వినియోగదారులకి ఇద్దరికి కూడా ఉపయోగపడేటువంటి విధంగా సంవత్సరం కాలం పాటు సమయాన్ని వెచ్చించి పరిశోధనలు చేసి అధునాతనమైనటువంటి వంగడాలు కానీ, సాంకేతిక పరిజ్ఞానం కానీ, అవసరమైనటువంటి చీడపేడల నుంచి విముక్తి కలిగించడానికి కానీ అన్ని రకాలైనటువంటి చర్యలు తీసుకునేందుకు ఇది అవకాశం కలుగుతుంది అని చెప్పి ఈ సందర్భంగా నేను అభిప్రాయపడుతున్నాను. ఈరోజు మన సంస్కృతి, సాంప్రదాయాలు, మన సామాజిక ఆర్థిక అభివృద్ధి, వీటన్నిటిలో కూడా అరటికి సంబంధించి ఒక ప్రత్యేకమైనటువంటి స్థానం ఉంది. ఎందుకంటే ప్రతి ఒక్కరూ ఇష్టపడేటువంటి, ప్రతి ఒక్కరూ తినాలని కోరుకునేది, ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి అందుబాటులో ఉండేది, ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి ఆరోగ్యాన్ని సమకూర్చేది. కాబట్టి అరటి పండు అనేటువంటిది సాధారణంగా ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి ఆర్థికంగా వెనకబడినటువంటి తరగతులకు కూడా అందుబాటులో ఉండేటువంటి అతి ముఖ్యమైనటువంటి ప్రధానమైనటువంటి పండుగ మనం భావిస్తాం. ఒక పక్క అనేక రకాలైనటువంటి ఛాలెంజెస్ మనం ఫేస్ చేస్తున్నాం. క్షీణిస్తున్నటువంటి భూమి, తక్కువ తరిగిపోతున్నటువంటి నీటి వనరులు, వాతావరణంలో వచ్చేటువంటి అనేక రకాలైనటువంటి మార్పులు, పెరుగుతున్నటువంటి జనాభా, వీటికి అనుగుణంగా ఆహార భద్రత, అలాగే పోషక భద్రత ఇవన్నీ కల్పించడానికి అరటి అనేటువంటిది ఒక ప్రత్యేకమైనటువంటి పాత్రను పోషిస్తుంది అని చెప్పి ఈ సందర్భంగా నేను తెలియజేస్తున్నాను, అభిప్రాయపడుతున్నాను. ఒకసారి మనం దేశ స్థాయిలో అరటి పంటకు సంబంధించినటువంటి అరటి సాగుకు సంబంధించి ఉత్పత్తికి సంబంధించి ఒకసారి చూస్తే మనం దేశం ప్రపంచంలోనే ప్రథమ స్థానంలో ఉంటే మన రాష్ట్రం దాదాపుగా 58.5 లక్షల టన్నుల ఉత్పత్తి ఈరోజు చేస్తూ దేశంలోనే ప్రథమ స్థానంలో నిలవడం అనేటువంటిది సంతోషాన్ని కలిగించేటువంటి విషయం. భారతదేశంలో ఉన్నటువంటి సగటు ఉత్పాదక కన్నా మన రాష్ట్రం అరటి సగటు ఉత్పాదకత చాలా ఎక్కువగా ఉండడం, ఆవరేజ్ ప్రొడక్షన్ అనేటువంటిది ఇది ఆహ్వానించదగినటువంటి పరిణామం. అదేవిధంగా దాదాపుగా 97,250 హెక్టార్ల సాగు విస్తీర్ణంతో ఈరోజు అరటి పంటకు సంబంధించి, అరటి సాగుకు సంబంధించి దేశం 3వ స్థానంలో ఉండడం. ఎక్కువగా సాగు చేసేటువంటి మహారాష్ట్ర, గుజరాత్ కు సంబంధించి అంతర్జాతీయ మార్కెట్లో బాగా ప్రాచుర్యం ఉన్నటువంటి గ్రాండ్ 9 రకం, మనం పెద్ద పచ్చ అరటి అని పిలుస్తాం, అది సాగులో ఉన్నప్పటికీ మన రాష్ట్రంలో అనేక రకాలైనటువంటి దేశవాళీ రకాలు ఉన్నాయి. విసి గారు చెప్పినట్టుగా కర్పూర చక్కెరకేలు కానీ, తెల్ల చక్కెరకేలు కానీ, మార్ట్మన్ కానీ, అదేవిధంగా ఎర్ర చక్కెరకేలు కానీ, ఇటు అనేటువంటి రకాలు ఉన్నాయి. కాబట్టి వీటన్నిటికి కూడా ఈరోజు మనకి ఏదైతే రీసెర్చ్ సెంటర్ కొవ్వూరులో ఉందో వాళ్ళు విజిట్ చేసినటువంటి కొవ్వూరు బొంత కానీ, గోదావరి బొంత లాంటి కూరగాయలకు సంబంధించినటువంటి అరటికాయలు కానీ ఈరోజు మనం ఎక్కువగా సాగు చేస్తున్నాం. వీటన్నిటి వలన రాష్ట్రంలో ఉత్పాదకత ఆశించిన స్థాయి కంటే కూడా ఈరోజు తక్కువగా ఉంది అని చెప్పి సందర్భంగా తెలియజేస్తున్నా. అదేవిధంగా గత 2 దశాబ్దాలలో ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్రంలో అరటి విస్తీర్ణం గణనీయంగా పెరిగిన, ప్రధానంగా టిష్యూ కల్చర్ మొక్కల పెంపకం, బిందు సేద్య విధానం అటువంటివి కూడా పాటిస్తున్నాం. అందుకని ఈరోజు నేను మంత్రిగా బాధ్యతలు స్వీకరించిన తర్వాత స్ప్రింక్లర్ కానీ, డ్రిప్ ఇరిగేషన్ కానీ ఏదైతే గత కొద్ది రోజులుగా ఆగిపోయిందో కోవిడ్ నేపథ్యంలో వాటిని తిరిగి పునఃప్రారంభించాం. ప్రధానంగా ఇది అరటి పంటకి బాగా పోతాన్ని ఇస్తుంది అని చెప్పి నేను అభిప్రాయపడుతున్నాను. అదేవిధంగా ఈరోజు టిష్యూ కల్చర్ ఏదైతే ఉందో ఆ మొక్కల పెంపకం కానీ మనం ఈ డ్రిప్ ఇరిగేషన్ ని పాటించడం వల్ల ప్రధానంగా రాయలసీమ జిల్లాలైనటువంటి అనంతపురం, వైఎస్ఆర్ కడప, కర్నూలు జిల్లాలలో వాటి విస్తీర్ణం, దిగుబడులు బాగా పెరగడం అనేటువంటిది ఆహ్వానించదగినటువంటి పరిణామం. గత 3-4 సంవత్సరాలుగా రైతులకు సంబంధించినటువంటి ఎగుమతి చేసుకోవడానికి, ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేయడానికి గ్రాండ్ 9 అరటి రకాన్ని ఈరోజు సాగు చేసుకుంటూ విదేశాలకు వాటిని ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు. అదేవిధంగా వైఎస్ఆర్ విశ్వవిద్యాలయ పరిధిలో పనిచేస్తున్నటువంటి రీసెర్చ్ స్టేషన్ ఏదైతే ఉందో కొవ్వూరులో ఒక 5 దశాబ్దాలుగా వాళ్ళు చేసినటువంటి అవిరళ కృషి, విశేషమైనటువంటి కృషి ఫలితంగా ఈరోజు అరటి పంటకు సంబంధించి తక్కువ ఖర్చుతోనే నాణ్యమైనటువంటి అధిక దిగుబడులు సాధించడానికి కావలసినటువంటి సాంకేతిక పరిజ్ఞానాన్ని మనం అభివృద్ధి చేసుకోగలిగాం. విత్తన పిలక కానీ, ఎంపిక కానీ, అదేవిధంగా టిష్యూ కల్చర్ కి సంబంధించినటువంటి అరటి మొక్కల యొక్క ప్రాముఖ్యత కానీ, డ్రిప్ ఇరిగేషన్ కి సంబంధించినటువంటి దాంట్లో కానీ, గెలల యాజమాన్యం కానీ, సమగ్రంగా ఎరువులు, తెగుళ్ళ నుంచి యాజమాన్య పద్ధతులు పాటించడంలో కానీ, కోతకు ముందు మరియు కోత అనంతరం తీసుకోవాల్సినటువంటి జాగ్రత్తల మీద కానీ శాస్త్రవేత్తలు అనేక రకాలైనటువంటి సమాచారాన్ని పొందుపరిచి రైతులకు అందుబాటులోకి తీసుకురావడం జరిగింది. ఈ సందర్భంగా డాక్టర్ వైఎస్ఆర్ హార్టికల్చర్ యూనివర్సిటీ ఉద్యోధన పరిశోధన స్థానం ఏదైతే ఉందో కొవ్వూరులో వివిధ రకాలైనటువంటి టిష్యూ కల్చర్ అరటి మొక్కలను అధిక సంఖ్యలో తయారు చేసి రైతులకు అందజేస్తూ అరటి విస్తీర్ణం మరియు దానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి ఈల్డ్ ఉత్పాదకత పెంచడానికి కీలకమైనటువంటి పాత్ర పోషిస్తుంది. దానికి సంబంధించి కొవ్వూరు ఉద్యానవన పరిశోధన స్థానానికి నా హృదయపూర్వకమైనటువంటి అభినందనలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను. అదేవిధంగా ఈరోజు రాయలసీమ ప్రాంతంలో కూడా అరటి సాగు గణనీయంగా పెరుగుతున్నటువంటి సందర్భంలో మరిన్ని కొత్త రకాలని పరిచయం చేయడంతో పాటు ఆ ప్రాంతానికి అనువైనటువంటి సేద్య పద్ధతులు, విధానాలు మరియు వాటికి సంబంధించినటువంటి విలువ ఆధారిత ఉత్పత్తులతో పాటు వాల్యూ అడిషన్ మనం ఏదైతే మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నామో వాటితో పాటు ఎగుమతులు చేసేందుకు కావాల్సినటువంటి సాంకేతిక పరిజ్ఞానాన్ని కూడా అభివృద్ధి పరచుకోవాల్సినటువంటి అవసరం ఉంది. దాని మీద అవసరమైనటువంటి పరిశోధనలు చేయాల్సినటువంటి పరిస్థితి కూడా ఉంది అని చెప్పి నేను భావిస్తున్నాను. అందుకనే దానికి సంబంధించి ఈ పరిశోధనలు చేయడానికి కానీ, వీటిని అభివృద్ధి పరచడానికి కానీ ప్రభుత్వం ఇప్పటికే 2019వ సంవత్సరంలో వైఎస్ఆర్ కడప జిల్లా పులివెందులో కొత్తగా 70 ఎకరాల విస్తీర్ణంలో అరటి పరిశోధన స్థానాన్ని కూడా ఏర్పాటు చేయడం జరిగింది. ఈ పరిశోధన స్థానం యొక్క పరిశోధనలు, ఫలితాలు రాయలసీమ ప్రాంత అరటి రైతులకు ఎంతగానో ఉపయోగపడుతున్నాయని చెప్పి మనకు అర్థమవుతుంది, తెలుస్తుంది. అరటి సాగుపై రైతుల్లో విస్తరణ అధికారుల్లో దానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి అనేక రకాల విస్తరణ అధికారులు కానీ, విద్యార్థులు కానీ, పరిశోధకులు కానీ, ప్రత్యక్షంగా పరోక్షంగా అరటి పెంపకంలో వాటాదారులకు కానీ మరింత అవగాహన కల్పించేందుకు ఈరోజు డాక్టర్ వైఎస్ఆర్ ఉద్యానవన విశ్వవిద్యాలయం 2022-23 సంవత్సరాన్ని డాక్టర్ వైఎస్ఆర్ హార్టికల్చరల్ యూనివర్సిటీ ఇయర్ ఆఫ్ బనానా 2022-23గా ప్రకటిస్తున్నందుకు విద్యాలయ సిబ్బందికి నా హృదయపూర్వకమైనటువంటి అభినందనలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను. ఈ సంవత్సర కాలంలో విశ్వవిద్యాలయం వాళ్ళు అనేక రకాలైనటువంటి దీని మీద పరిశోధనలు చేసే విధంగా వాళ్ళు చేపట్టినటువంటి అరటి సాగు మీద ప్రత్యేకమైనటువంటి కార్యక్రమాలు రాబోయేటువంటి రోజుల్లో ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో అరటి సాగు విస్తీర్ణాన్ని, ఉత్పత్తిని, ఉత్పాదకతని, ఎగుమతుల్ని పెంచడానికి దోహదపడగలుగుతుందని చెప్పి నేను భావిస్తున్నాను, ఆశిస్తున్నాను. దీని ద్వారా అరటి సాగు ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్రంలో రాష్ట్రాన్ని ప్రథమ స్థానంలో నిలబెట్టేటువంటి విధంగా అందరం పనిచేయాలని చెప్పి ఆకాంక్షిస్తున్నా. ఈరోజు మన అందరి అదృష్టం ఎన్నడూ లేనటువంటి విధంగా ఆ వ్యవసాయ రంగానికి సంబంధించి అన్ని రంగాల కన్నా అత్యధిక ప్రాధాన్యతని మన ప్రీతమ ముఖ్యమంత్రి, ఈ రాష్ట్ర ముఖ్యమంత్రి వైఎస్ జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి గారు ఈరోజు అందజేసేటువంటి పరిస్థితులు కనిపిస్తున్నాయి. అనేక రకాలైనటువంటి ఇబ్బందులు ఎదురైనా ఎక్కడైనా సరే మనం అందరం చూసాం. అరటి పండుగ ఒక్కదానికి తీసుకుంటే అనేక సందర్భాల్లో రైతులను ఆదుకున్నటువంటి ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు అరటి పంటకు సంబంధించి కోవిడ్ టైంలో ఎగుమతులు లేక ఇబ్బందులు పడుతున్నటువంటి పరిస్థితుల్లో అరటి రైతులు నష్టపోకూడదని చెప్పి మంచి ఆహారం కాబట్టి, పోషక విలువలతో కూడినటువంటి ఆహారం కాబట్టి అవసరం అని చెప్పి భావించి అందరికీ దాన్ని పంచడం, ఒక పిలుపునివ్వడం, దానికి సంబంధించి ఎన్ఆర్ఐలు ఎంతో మంది ముందుకు వచ్చి అరటి పంటకు సంబంధించినటువంటి అరటి రైతులను ఆదుకోవడం మనం గతంలో చూసాం. కాబట్టి అరటి పంటకు ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రత్యేకత అనేటువంటిది ప్రత్యేకంగా చెప్పాల్సినటువంటి అవసరం లేదు. ఆ యొక్క ఆలోచనని, దాని యొక్క అవసరాన్ని గుర్తించినటువంటి ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు అన్ని పంటలతో పాటు అరటి సాగు కూడా ఈరోజు అన్ని రకాలైనటువంటి డ్రిప్ ఇరిగేషన్ కి గతంలో ఉన్నటువంటి బకాయిలన్నీ చెల్లిస్తూ ఈరోజు మరలా కొత్తగా స్ప్రింక్లర్స్, డ్రిప్ విడుదల చేస్తూ అనేక రకాలైనటువంటి పద్ధతులు ఈరోజు మనం అవలంబిస్తున్నాం. ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు అన్ని రంగాలకి, వ్యవసాయానికి కానీ, ఉద్యానవన పంటలకు కానీ ఈరోజు ఇతోధికంగా సహాయం అందిస్తున్నాడు. దానివల్లనే ఈరోజు ఒక పక్క రైతులు నష్టపోకుండా, ఒక పక్క వినియోగదారులకు అందుబాటులో ఉండేటువంటి విధంగా ఈ ప్రభుత్వం అన్ని రకాలైనటువంటి చర్యలు తీసుకోవడం జరుగుతుంది. కాబట్టి తల్లిదండ్రులు మనకి అన్నం ఏదైతే మామూలుగా అన్నప్రాసన చేస్తామో ఆ తర్వాత అరటి పండును అలవాటు చేస్తారు. కాబట్టి అంత ప్రాముఖ్యం కలిగి చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి విడదీరానటువంటి అనుబంధం, సంబంధం ఉన్నటువంటి అరటి పంటకు సంబంధించి ఈరోజు మనం దాన్ని 2022-23 ప్రకటించాలనేటువంటి వీసీ గారి నిర్ణయం తీసుకున్నందుకు, వీసీ గారికి అటువంటి మంచి ఆలోచన కలిగినందుకు, బహుశా వీసీఆర్కి సంబంధించి వాళ్ళ టీం అంతా కూడా ఈరోజు చెప్పినట్టుగా ఒక యాక్షన్ ప్లాన్ ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకొని రాబోయేటువంటి రోజుల్లో ఏ విధంగా మనం ముందుకు వెళ్ళాలి, ఏ విధంగా దీనికి సంబంధించి ఈ రోజు మనం చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉంది ప్రకటించడం. ఈ సంతోషం మరింత ఇనుముడింపజేసేటువంటి విధంగా రాబోయేటువంటి రోజుల్లో మనం చేసేటువంటి పరిశోధనలు కానీ, వాటి ఫలితాలు కానీ, రైతులకు కానీ, వినియోగదారులకు కానీ అందరికీ కూడా ఒక మంచి ఆలోచన కలిగించి ఇది మంచి ఫలితాలు ఇవ్వాలని, దీని ద్వారా ఈ సమాజంలో ఉండేటువంటి రైతాంగానికి అందరికి కూడా మంచి జరగాలని చెప్పి కోరుకుంటూ మరొకసారి ఈరోజు సంవత్సరం 2022-23 సంవత్సరాన్ని వైఎస్ఆర్ హార్టికల్చరల్ యూనివర్సిటీ ఏదైతే ఉందో ఈరోజు దాన్ని ఇయర్ ఆఫ్ బనానాగా ప్రకటించినందుకు నా హృదయపూర్వకమైనటువంటి అభినందనలు తెలియజేస్తూ రాబోయేటువంటి రోజుల్లో ప్రభుత్వ పరంగా ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి సంపూర్ణమైనటువంటి సహాయ సహకారాలు అందిస్తామని చెప్పి మీకు భరోసాను కల్పిస్తూ మీ అందరి దగ్గర సెలవు తీసుకుంటున్నాను. నమస్కారం.
Thank you very much, sir. Really, we are very fortunate to have your continuous guidance and support for our university, sir. And under your dynamic leadership, recently 20th research station, horticulture research station was inaugurated at Peddapeta, Srikakulam district. నిజంగా ఈ రోజు ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్రంలో ఈ అరటి పంట సాగుని బలోపేతం చేయడానికి మరియు రైతులందరికీ కూడా సపోర్ట్ చేయడానికి డాక్టర్ వైఎస్ఆర్ ఉద్యాన విశ్వవిద్యాలయం నుండి డాక్టర్ YSRHU అరటి సంవత్సరం 2022-23 ఈరోజు మీరు అనౌన్స్ చేసి లోగో ఆవిష్కరణ చేసి మిగతా పబ్లికేషన్స్ కూడా ఆవిష్కరణ చేసినందుకు, మాకు ఈ దిశా నిర్దేశం చేసినందుకు మీకు మా అందరి తరపు నుంచి ధన్యవాదాలు సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ సార్.
ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్రంలో అరటి ప్రాముఖ్యతను గుర్తించి డాక్టర్ వైఎస్ఆర్ ఉద్యాన విశ్వవిద్యాలయం తలపెట్టిన వార్షిక ప్రత్యేక అరటి కార్యక్రమాన్ని డాక్టర్ YSRHU ఇయర్ ఆఫ్ బనానా 2022-23గా ఆవిష్కరించి వారి అమూల్యమైన సందేశం అందించిన గౌరవనీయులు శ్రీ కాకాని గోవర్ధన్ రెడ్డి గారు ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్ర వ్యవసాయ, సహకార, మార్కెటింగ్ మరియు ఫుడ్ ప్రాసెసింగ్ శాఖ మధ్యల వారికి డాక్టర్ వైఎస్ఆర్ ఉద్యాన విశ్వవిద్యాలయంలో ఉపకులపతి డాక్టర్ టి జానకిరామ్ గారు, అరటి పరిశోధన సంస్థ కొవ్వూరు విశ్వవిద్యాలయం తరపున మా ప్రత్యేక హృదయపూర్వక ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాం. అదేవిధంగా డాక్టర్ పూనం మాల్కొండయ్య గారు ఐఏఎస్ చీఫ్ కమిషనర్ ఆర్బికేస్ మరియు స్పెషల్ చీఫ్ సెక్రటరీ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ప్రభుత్వం వారు ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి కావాల్సి ఉంది, కానీ కొన్ని అనివార్య కారణాల వల్ల మేడం గారు ఢిల్లీలో వేరే ప్రోగ్రామ్ అటెండ్ అవ్వడం వల్ల రాలేకపోయారు. కానీ వారు ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్ గా జరగాలని విషెస్ తెలియజేసినందుకు మేడం గారికి కూడా ప్రత్యేకమైనటువంటి ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాము. అదేవిధంగా కమిషనర్ హార్టికల్చర్ డాక్టర్ ఎస్ఎస్ శ్రీధర్ గారు ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొని యూనివర్సిటీ అదేవిధంగా డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వాళ్ళు సంయుక్తంగా చేపట్టేటువంటి కార్యక్రమాలు, రైతులకు అందిస్తున్న సేవల గురించి, అదేవిధంగా ముందు చేయాల్సినటువంటి కార్యక్రమాల గురించి తెలియజేసినందుకు కూడా వారికి కూడా ప్రత్యేకమైనటువంటి ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాము. అదేవిధంగా మా విశ్వవిద్యాలయం పరిధిలో పలు నూతన కార్యక్రమాలు ప్రారంభించి ఉద్యాన పంటల సాగులో క్షేత్రస్థాయిలో సాంకేతికతను అందుబాటులోకి తీసుకురావడానికి ప్రత్యేక కృషి చేయడంతో పాటు ప్రముఖ ఉద్యాన పంటలపై వార్షిక కార్యక్రమాలు కింద కొబ్బరి, సిట్రస్ పంటల అనంతరం 2022-23 సంవత్సరాన్ని అరటి కొరకు ప్రకటించడంలో మా వెన్నంటి నడిపించిన విశ్వవిద్యాలయం ఉపకులపతి డాక్టర్ టి జానకిరామ్ గారికి ప్రత్యేకమైన నా హృదయపూర్వక ధన్యవాదములు. అదేవిధంగా జాతీయ అరటి పరిశోధన సంస్థ ఎన్ఆర్సిబి బనానా త్రిచి డైరెక్టర్ డాక్టర్ ఉమా గారు ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొని మేడం గారు ఆ సంస్థ ద్వారా పలు సాంకేతికతలు బదిలీ మరియు క్షేత్రస్థాయి కార్యక్రమాలకు తమ సహకారాన్ని అందించడంతో పాటు ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో విశిష్ట అతిథిగా పాల్గొన్నందుకు వారికి మా విశ్వవిద్యాలయం తరఫున ప్రత్యేకమైనటువంటి ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను. అదేవిధంగా అఖిల భారత పంటల పరిశోధన పథకము పండ్ల విభాగానికి చెందినటువంటి జాతీయ కార్యక్రమ అనుసంధానకర్తగా మన రాష్ట్రంలో అరటి సాగుపై అనువైన పరిశోధనల కొరకు కొవ్వూరు పులివెందుల పరిశోధన స్థానం ద్వారా నిర్వహిస్తూ ఈనాటి కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొనటువంటి డాక్టర్ ప్రకాష్ పాటిల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ కోఆర్డినేటర్ ఫ్రూట్స్ తాను కూడా ఈరోజు బయలాజికల్ కంట్రోల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఉండడం వల్ల ప్రత్యక్షంగా ఇందులో పాల్గొనలేదు, కానీ మెసేజ్ పంపించారు. ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్ గా జరగాలని కోరుకుంటూ ఆయన కూడా ప్రత్యేకమైన ధన్యవాదాలు. అదేవిధంగా మా జోనల్ రీసెర్చ్ హెడ్ డాక్టర్ బి శ్రీనివాసరావు గారు స్వాగతోపన్యాస పలుకుతూ ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని నాంది పలికినందుకు సారికి ప్రత్యేకమైనటువంటి ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను. అదేవిధంగా ఈ కార్యక్రమం ఇంత చక్కగా నిర్వహించేందుకు సహాయ సహకారాలు అంటే మాకు వెన్నంటి తెలిసినటువంటి మా డైరెక్టర్ ఆఫ్ రీసెర్చ్ డాక్టర్ నారాయణ గారు, అదేవిధంగా ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కోఆర్డినేట్ చేసినందుకు డైరెక్టర్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ కరుణశ్రీ గారు, అదేవిధంగా యూనివర్సిటీ ఆఫీసర్స్ రిజిస్ట్రార్ గారు, డీన్ ఆఫ్ హార్టికల్చర్, ఆల్ అదర్ యూనివర్సిటీ ఆఫీసర్స్ అందరికి కూడా ప్రత్యేకమైనటువంటి ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను. అదేవిధంగా ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో అంతర్జాల ద్వారా పాల్గొన్నటువంటి డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆఫీసర్స్ కు, రైతు సోదరులకు, పాత్రికేయులకు, స్టూడెంట్స్ కి, ఈ స్టేక్ హోల్డర్స్ అందరికి కూడా ప్రత్యేకమైన ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటున్నాను. అదేవిధంగా ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో ఇంత విజయవంతం చేయడానికి ముఖ్యంగా డైరెక్టర్ ఆఫ్ రీసెర్చ్ విభాగం నుండి నిర్మల్, అదేవిధంగా డైరెక్టర్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ ప్రకాష్ విభాగం నుండి ఇంకా ఎంతో మంది, అదేవిధంగా ఫోటోగ్రాఫర్ గా శ్యామ్ వాళ్ళ సహాయ సహకారాన్ని ఇది ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను. అదేవిధంగా మా పరిశోధన స్థానంలో మా కొలీగ్స్ డాక్టర్ మమత, డాక్టర్ రవీంద్ర, కిషోర్, స్నేహలత రాణి, విశ్వనాథ్ వీళ్ళందరూ కూడా ప్రత్యేకమైన ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటాం.
So I request Dr. Umaji, Director ICR NRCP, to make a presentation on status of banana in India. Dr. Umaji?
Yes, I am here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, anyway, congratulations for a successful conduct. Very nice. Only one problem I have is that State Department we are having, I said no, in the morning, from the morning the meeting
Yeah,
is
yeah.
going on.
Yeah,
If you allow me, I will go. I have just told Dr. Suresh,
Yeah.
I have prepared my PowerPoint. Dr. Suresh will present.
no problem. No
I
problem.
took special permission just to be here with you. So let me
Yeah.
go back and join that meeting. Huh?
Please,
So
please.
all the information, whatever you wanted to convey, I think he
Yeah.
will present it in a nice way. Huh?
And
So
we
anyway,
will also.
congratulations again.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, we will also plan some action plan with NRCP.
Yes, definitely. A couple of things, especially value addition and
Yeah.
high throughput tissue culture production. These two, I think
Yeah.
we should really take it up
Yeah,
on a
definitely.
large scale for traditional bananas, not
Yeah.
for branding, for traditional bananas.
Thanks, Uma, for joining and always you are supporting. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. It was a nice function. Congratulations to
Thank
you and your team for excellent conduct. So please
Thank
allow me to leave. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. So that's Suresh.
So good afternoon, sir. So good afternoon all. And so
How are you, Suresh?
yeah,
How are you,
congratulations.
Suresh?
Yes, sir. Fine, sir. Fine, sir. I'm fine, sir.
Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, VC sir. Good afternoon, officials of YSRHU, professors and farmers. So it's a great moment consider craft to reckon with, to have a year of activities with the banana. And my special thanks to VC sir that he has allotted one master student and one PhD student to be with the NRCP as as a co-chairman that I am guiding 2 students. And as VC sir said and Minister said, banana is very important crop for multiple reasons, not necessarily only because like India is the largest producer, but we also consume, and there is enough opportunity for us to seriously think how we can take forward this crop in better way in multiple spectrum, not necessarily only as a export crop for as a fresh commodity, but even as a processed food. So why we have to think about the food are like is the way we actually civilized ourselves. So now there are enough time for us to take care of our social security, and we are now having enough leisure time, and the time has to be productively used. And government is seriously thinking about taking agriculture beyond top. Whenever, like last maybe 10 years back, processing is all about tomato, onion, and potato. Now it's not so. Now there are so many special zones, not only for export, even for processing. Like AP government is having a Pulivendula as a cluster, and they are mainly focusing on banana-based processing, and we are continuously in touch with them. And Poonam madam has supported many of their activities like food processing, AP food processing society activity. And initially they are going to have a cluster in Pulivendula that's mainly going to focus on banana based processing. And moving beyond this top will surely create more employment opportunity because agriculture should be attractive, and our youth should not feel like doing agriculture is a job which is giving a lower dividend. So whatever the job that we are creating should also equally make them proud. And in that case, keeping a rural talent in agri itself is very tough, and that can be possible only when we are giving a better livelihood opportunity with better remuneration. They should not be like, okay, IT is the only sector that makes a flashpoint, or making a IT return alone should not be a person in cover page. Even normal entrepreneur who has dedicated all his life with the food processing or handling the product should also equally share pages and places in magazine pages, and that can be possible only we are developing our rural ecosystem and having Atmanirbhar Bharat kind of a products like making India products, and a farmer depending on government policies. And this can happen only when we are moving towards the cluster formations. Not necessarily we should government have a helping hand, and developing a holistic business environment is possible when we are coming together. And whenever we are thinking about either handling a fresh produce or handling a processed food, the food safety challenges, regulatory compliances, the supply chain complexities, and ultimately now it's a time that we have to create a demand. And Andhra Pradesh is a front runner on it. Other than Maharashtra, Jalgaon banana and Anandpur bananas are now almost become a brands. Teni banana, the way the Anandpur has succeeded in creating or making a better brand, that has to be replicated in all the places. If it is replicated, surely even we can have a better footprint in terms of banana export. As of now, we are just exporting only 700 crores. In that 700 crores, almost like 350 crores is coming from Andhra Pradesh alone. And this can be very well expanded beyond 2,000 crores or more than 2 lakh containers with small interventions like having a uniform production system, having a better clusters, and focusing on better post-harvest handling practices. When we are thinking about banana supply chain, why the banana has to be promoted beyond simple fresh banana is like it is having a good amount of resistant starch. The USP for banana is the low glycemic properties. It's a higher potassium, lower sodium, and higher in magnesium. All these has plenty of health opportunities that we have to properly focus. And the another one point, how we can maximize the banana consumption is like we have to break the myth. The myth is like the above 50 population is almost not taking a bananas. Whenever we get any advice from doctors, they will the first prove that they ban is consuming a bananas. This itself is have a negative impact on the overall production system. The demand is getting reduced, and we have to create a demand for the bananas. That can happen only when we break the myth. The myth is like even a diabetic can eat or consume bananas up to certain stage, like the fourth or fifth stage of banana is fine, and the doctors has to be properly like to be advised to give advice to other consume bananas. That will indirectly help the farmers to have more money on their
small
back.
request
And
from our side.
yes, sir.
Sir, if your video is on, please switch off the video, sir. Your voice is breaking. Maybe the network issue.
Okay,
You
okay,
can just switch off your video and continue with the presentation, sir.
Yeah.
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 You can get.
Video is off now, ma'am. Now.
Yeah. Now you can continue, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. And another myth, this has have almost 2 years back has drastically reduced the granite consumption in Andhra Pradesh is the myth about the use of ethyl. Using a ripening chamber to ripen the fruit. Sometimes our vendors, they are mostly a small scale traders, go with using a ethaphon dip or ethyl spray. We believe, even though as a government agencies and the FSSA regulations talk about having a ripening chamber and using ethylene gas to ripen the bananas, we believe even using ethanol dip or ethyl spray is not as bad as what is being projected in social media. So the calcium carbide has to be avoided, but otherwise to keep the banana trade in a good spread and with a higher remuneration, the consumers has to be properly advised that no need to be too much panic because of this natural ripening, artificial ripening kind of stuff. This negatively impacts the overall banana business and the banana trade. The actual challenges that's with us is fundamentally the overall production scenario. How it happens in the worldwide is, unlike any other crops, the banana trade is always with a minimum level of return. Still 1 kg of bananas in the world trade is $1. So that's the benchmark that they are having. But to meet that benchmark is very tough for us because our farmers are sometimes spending more money on the input cost, and the way we do banana cultivation is something that's different from the other major markets like Ecuador, Colombia, Costa Rica, or even in the case like Philippines. All these people are like operating with the bigger companies, or they are coming together and having a better clusters, and always they used to get the produce with the competitive price, and that's very tough for the small scale players like the people in India. So what we advise from NRCB is not necessarily we have to compete with the bigger players by trading a granite. Other than granite, we are having our own varieties, traditional varieties. These more return, and of course, our ethnic population itself is bigger. The Indian diaspora has to be fully exploited to push our traditional bananas in foreign market. This higher return with even export make farmers to have a poor patronage, and that can be possibly eliminated by promoting traditional varieties. The another part is good agriculture practices that includes voluntary certification, GAP certification, be it IndiCap or Global Cap or EuroCap. Each country is having their own certification procedures and tradable parameters. So all those tradable parameters has to be met out, and this is possible when we are having country-specific clusters. When we want to push our produce for just for Gulf countries, we can have a different clusters, and our aim is for suppose meant for sending our bananas to US or Europe, then we must have a better practices so that we can have a better return. Not necessarily only we should act as a player when there is a lesser supply in Philippines. We should be a constant player, and that can be possible only when we are having a good agriculture practices in place, starting from selection of land, selection of a better planting material, and following all the pre-production practices and post-harvest handling practices. And the logistic is the major issue that we have to address, and of course government is also trying their level best to have a better logistic in terms of infrastructure. And here the main issue is the size of a cold storage. Unlike foreign countries where they handle a bigger volume, sometimes Anandpur, Atheni or Jalgaon may be a tougher proportion, and we make many different cold storage because of the size. And this can be possible by having a collapsible kind of like a small cold storage unit with the capacity of maybe less than 50 tons, instead of having a bigger units with more than 1,000 tons. And new diseases like TR4 is another problem, and we believe like government has to take enough support steps to infuse more capitals on reducing the overhead charges that now farmers has to face, like having a rope conveyor or having a pesticide that has the label claim. All this has to be addressed from the government side, and we have to give more emphasis and more publicity to our traditional bananas. We have picked some of the important aspects in 3 different categories, like pre-production and production and post-harvest management, that includes even a value addition, and marketing and logistics, that includes even branding. Many of the activities are known to us. Where exactly we are lacking is the implementation part. Even from the State Department also, they know all these issues. But then when we are talking about traceability, that should have a holistic, more comprehensive, more easily adaptable way of doing it is very important. Fruit care activities, again, starting from selection of a field, we have to take care of everything. Ultimately, as we keep on emphasizing on formation of a clusters or formation of a farmer producers organizations or converting that into a company is very important to compete with the foreign markets. And we have to, not necessarily all our field has to convert into organic farming, even though we talk about organics. As per the demand, rather than top to bottom, we must use the bottom to top approach. And exactly we have to identify the demand for the organics, identify the demand for the amount of fruits that is required for foreign markets has to be earmarked, and we have to back calculate, okay, this much amount of field is necessary for a US market and some amount of field is required for European market. Then we can implement the program. Another point, Kerala government has almost implemented for the northern bananas, but then other major banana growers, we had to have a crop insurance schemes or kind of MSP. The criteria has to be properly fixed. When we are talking about the production system, the carbon footprint that is going to play a major role. How more efficiently or how we are going to reduce the overall carbon emission from the banana field also has to be thought about it, because now whenever we are thinking of sending our bananas to Europe market, they are asking about the energy that's been utilized for various operations. So we have to think about how we can measure the carbon or methane emission and how we can reduce that. That's very important. And in terms of post-harvest management and value addition, we would like to emphasize more on setting the tradable parameters. Granine is, and we just follow the same parameters that's been fixed for granine. So we must have variety specific tradable parameters for all our traditional varieties, and we have made for many of the varieties that has to be accepted from the government side, and APIDA has to push variety specific tradable parameters for various products. And then phytosanitary adherences, this includes all the reverse teaching to quarantine officials. Sometimes the quarantine officials makes a lot of stringent rule that may not be necessary. So the quarantine officials also equally been trained in universities and in institutes on how to identify the different pest and diseases issues like the thrips. Many times they wrongly identify and they stop the products that indirectly affect the exporters. And when it comes to post-harvest management, all the infrastructure facilities should be in place, and the person who is talking about export must also have a processing line in his vicinity, because more than 30% of his banana will be wasted or rejected. That the export reject must find a place that can be either sending a fresh bananas into a domestic market or otherwise using those bananas for processing. That's more important. So secondary agriculture and the creation of niche markets for various producers is very important, because like again central coastal juice it should not be promoted as a cool drink. It is a product that can be used by the elders who is having some problem, be it kidney stone or heart or pressure. All these can be cured having a different medicinally enriched products using bananas. And in terms, when it comes to marketing, the main issue is the supply chain. Specific products like the way promoting Alfonso based drinks. Even in our case, instead of having a blanket product, variety specific products can be promoted, having a higher TSS, and these bananas can be used for making or converting into a juices. These are having a higher resistance starch. So these bananas can be used for converting that into a banana flour. So variety specific recommendations can be made, and we have to project our product and developing a green corridor. Many a time what happens is, as our bananas are comparatively a lower value product, more emphasis is given in port side on pushing the produce that's having a higher value. So some special emphasis must be given to bananas so that our bananas can also be equally being consumed, or it will have a prioritize in the overall trade. Another one important point that we would like to emphasize from my NRCP side is exposure visit to farmers, because seeing is always believing. So the countries like Philippines or Thailand can be a better choice because Thailand is doing so well in processing. The US market is flooded with the bananas, processed bananas from Thailand. So our farmers, we are almost doing everything. All our entrepreneurs are trying many products, but then the volume is very little. This can be possible only when we know what exactly other countries are doing. I believe many of these items are known to us, but it has to be customized, and this customization is the place where we are actually missing. When it comes to farmers database, we may have one or two farmers, they are doing better, and we always go to only those farmers. Instead of that, we must have a farmers database, and all those farmers must work with the same kind of agriculture practices. Not necessarily we have to feel that, okay, there is a competition between one farmer and the nearby farmer. So having a clusters and uniformly implementing the good agriculture practices, that includes precision farming, that includes use of uniform agrochemicals. Not necessarily every farmer is having a different agrochemicals, because that will create an issue in the traceability. And developing a robust interactive marketing chains, that's again more important. In all these cases, we are having examples like, okay, each state is having a different apps, different e-chopal units, but then how efficiently we are using those dynamic apps is very important to keep ourselves and having at least significant place in the export market. And there are a lot of improvement is required in the field level itself. The pack house, we always recommend, like, we must have a pack house, and the produce once cut in the farm has to reach the pack house within 1 hour, but that hardly happens. Many times we used to have the products that once cut will take more than 8 hours to reach the pack house, and again in pack house there will be another incubation time of more than 4 hours. So totally more than 12 or 15 hours is taken for the produce to enter into a pre-cooling room, and this time has to be reduced. Otherwise, getting a bananas with the higher shelf life is very tough. And once we have pre-cooled, and maintaining the same cold storage is the another first part that we always faces as exporters. They ask for better designs and better reefer containers. And again in airports, we all used to get cold storage pack houses or storage units, because the problem with banana is it's having a unique temperature of cold storage, 13.5 degrees Celsius. Unlike other commodities like mangoes or citrus, they can be stored even with the 5 to 7 degrees Celsius, but this temperature is not possible with the banana. So having a exclusive cold storage is always required for bananas, and that's not affordable many times by the authorities. If we think about export bananas, all these bunch care management practices has to be followed, starting from bud injection, fruit remnants removal, then doing enough bud sprays, be it potassium sulfate spray or using some micronutrients. In our case, like we are having a banana shakti, then deflowering, then removal of male flowers, And then ribbon tagging is very important because ultimately the maturity not necessarily is associated with the size. It's more related to days from flowering. Many times our exporters just go and they cut the fruits they are having a uniform size, but then they might have taken different days to reach that particular girth or size. So the days from flowering is very important to have a good shelf life. Otherwise, there is every chance that during transit itself, the fruits will get ripened. And our institute has been associated with many successful handling of bananas, not necessarily only granite bananas. This Nandran bananas we have sent to Gulf countries, and then granite we have sent to Italy. That took more than 40 days. And again, Nandran bananas we have sent to London. This also took more than altogether 46 days, and again it had another 10 days of distribution. So why we are showing this slide is there is a possibility we can give more emphasis even for our traditional fruits, but then the farmers has to come together. Even to collect 10 tons of banana, we have to survey more than 5-6 different fields. That should not happen. 10 tons is nothing, it's just 1 acre of bananas, but then getting a quality bananas from our farmers seems to be tough because we are not following or not having a clusters. So this clusters is very important. Sir, shall I touch some points on the processing, sir?
Dr. Suresh.
Sir?
Yeah, quickly you can.
Okay, sir. Just I will
Because
show the slide, sir. Yeah.
We are going to have, many programs. So exclusively we'll have, in detail also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, sir. Thanks, sir. This is on IoT-based identification of forms. And then when we are thinking of a processing, not necessarily just converting into a primary processed foods. I used to give an example like selling a milk will not give enough return, but then if we convert that into ice cream, that will give more returns. So we should always think about tertiary processing, not necessarily only we have to concentrate or converting that into a primarily processed foods. And once we do that, there can be a sustainability. And one product that we would like to emphasize is minimally processing stem because all these city dwellers would like to consume central coast stem based products, but then because of unavailability of time, they hardly go for it. So what we can do is like there can be a units near to export centers, and whatever the biomass that's been never been fully utilized, more than 70 kgs of pseudostem is not at all utilized, and that can be better utilized by converting or extracting fibers and then using a central custom for various producers. And one such produce is minimally processed stem slices. And then chips. When it comes to chips, not necessarily we have to emphasize only as salted chips, but then we can make a low-fat chips, we can make a microwave chips, vacuum-based chips. All these options has to be fully exploited. And this is another tertiary processed food, like a banana grids. What we have done is we have totally restructured the bananas, Nandran bananas. We used to make upmas using a sujis, but then here we have mixed suji and banana flour. Then again we have restructured and made a grids. And this can be a better product who would like to have a healthy snacks because Nandran is having a vitamin A, and this is the best option for those population would like to have a better product. And once we are having a raw banana flour, there are many products that can be made, be it traditional products or innovative products. Any products can be made, and the better option is using a banana flour in a banana bread, because many of us consume banana bread, and mostly it's been made with the all-purpose flour or maida, and it doesn't have a fiber. And another issue is a gluten. So both these two issues can be nullified using a banana flour. And another option is pasta. This is we have made because like the younger population can also consume banana fruit. And then there are many products that we can make, and another one product that I would like to show as of now to VC sir is also like the starch. Banana starch can also be extracted, and this can be converted into a modified starch, and this modified starch has the multiple applications, not necessarily only at a food application, but this can also be used in the pharmaceutical industries as an excipient, because this is having a prebiotic activity, and this prebiotic activity has to be fully exploited, and that is possible just having a hand holding with the pharmaceutical companies, and we can have a better encapsulated products, and that's the place where we now actually working, making or using banana starch or modified starch as a raw material, and encapsulating these probiotics using a banana starch. And in dry bananas, other than dehydrated dry banana, many products can be made, and one such product is basil seed suspended juices. We know how to clarify the juices, but then many times there will not be many takers because simple fruit juice is not enough. So to add value, we have suspended basil seed into it, and this, of course, we have applied for a patent. Likewise, many drinks can be made, and it is there in the market also, like real fruit juice and Pepsi, PepsiCo. All companies are having a certain portion of banana puree also into it, but then major portion is more towards strawberry or lychee or mango. But then we can also equally have any kind of drinks using bananas. It has a bigger market. And fruit concentrates, like the way date palm concentrate has been made using banana fruit, we have made a concentrate. And as wine has certain issues and regulatory obligations, we have converted banana wine into a banana vinegar. As of now, the whole market is only with the fruit apple cider vinegar, and a certain portion of vinegar market can be occupied with the banana fruit based vinegars. And once such product, making a green banana flour is very easy, but then converting ripe banana into a powder is the toughest thing, as it has a higher sugar. And the Western countries normally used to use spray dryer or a freeze dryer to make a powder out of ripe banana. But we have used a normal conventional cabinet dryers, but we have used certain hydrocolloids, and we made a better ripe banana powder. This ripe banana powder can be promoted as a fruit sugar, because almost like it is having a good amount of sugar. So now many are talking about avoiding white sugars or country sugars because they are mostly with the sucrose. Instead of having a sucrose, we can have a fructose based sugars. So banana is one such better option that's having a good amount of fructose. And all the waste parts, male flower, peel, central core stem, rhizome can be used for various purposes. And we have extracted even anthocyanin from banana bracts, because once we are making a pickle out of pistils, then the bract is not fully utilized. So we have identified and standardized the method to extract the natural color out of it, and that natural anthocyanin can be again used as a pill. So banana fiber is the another one best option. We also extracted dietary fibers. As VCs has said, like we can have a separate kind of sessions for each product. So the fiber has to be fully utilized. When we are thinking of extracting a fiber, structure is the major waste, and no one is giving enough emphasis on using a structure, because again the fiber is very less. We left out with more than 30 to 35 tons of structure that's never been fully exploited, and the sap again another 15,000 liters that can be converted into a liquid fertilizer or better growth hormones. There should be serious research that is required. Nausar Agriculture University is the one that they have developed some technology, but then there is always improvisation is required, and we can still work on utilizing sap with a better activity, and central core stem has to be fully exploited, as we discussed earlier, either as a juice or as a minimally processed stem slices. Fruit trays can be made using a structure waste, and now we are focusing more on extraction of a cellulose and using cellulose for making either health products like personal hygienic products or sanitary napkin pads, or converting or using those cellulose into using nanofilms. Even now we are trying to extract nanocrystalline cellulose out of structure and fibers, and many biodegradable plastics can be made using either banana starch or cellulose. So thank you, sir. Thanks for the opportunity given, sir. And our ITM unit is very robust, and we welcome all the farmers and the entrepreneurs to visit NRCB, and there are plenty even to learn on both the sides. Even we will learn many from your side. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Suresh.
Thanks, sir.
Really very exhaustive, very informative, and I think we have tons of information. Definitely, we are going to have, in coming days, we will organize more informative presentations from you, and also our farmers will be visiting your station, and also our scientists. And one thing I just we are interested, as our for the direction of our Honorable Minister Garu, our local varieties, particularly the Chakrakeli,
Yes, sir.
shelf life, we would like to work on that.
Okay, sir.
So our scientists will be in touch,
Okay,
and
sir.
we will also write a letter.
Yes, sir.
We can have a collaborative work
Sure, sir.
together, and I think we should, work in that direction.
Yes, sir.
So that is one thing, and also, of course, our students are working with you already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This year, because it's a very important,
Yes,
area, and this year also we will allot some students,
yes, sir.
particularly to work on this aspect.
Chakrakeli and its shelf life extension. Sure.
Yeah,
There are some.
our scientists will plan with you,
Okay, sir.
both from Kovur and our Pulivendra station.
Yes,
Okay. And of course, leaf also we are going to diversify leaf, the purpose, leaf purpose,
Yes, sir.
the cultivar. So that also we are planning. This is one new area.
Yes.
So really excellent. And
Thank
I know he is one of the very brilliant scientists.
Thank you.
When I was ADG also, we used to get a lot of inputs from him, Dr. Suresh. So thank you very much, Suresh.
Thanks, sir.
And during lunchtime, you are showing so many products. So we would like to come there. Yeah.
It's always my pleasure, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Dr. Our Director Research, Dr. Naram Naidu garu, to give his remarks.
Thank you, sir. The most respected Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. T. Janaki Ram garu, and respected Commissioner of Horticulture Dr. Sri Sridhar garu, and my esteemed colleagues at the University Administration, all senior faculty, students and their friends. Very good evening. Just I'll be rushing through on the status of, because I don't want to waste time on stats and all, which have been already covered by my earlier speakers. And coming to Andhra Pradesh, the banana is generally classified into two groups, that is one group in Rayalaseema and the other group in coastal areas. Generally, when you take up when you look into the commercial cultivation of bananas, almost 60% of the area is in Rayalaseema, nearly, and just above 40% is in coastal areas. But there is one more zone which is generally ignored or not mentioned many a times, that is high altitude and tribal zone, which is actually the pool or the treasure house for the diversity. In plain areas, what are the varieties which are being cultivated now are actually the varieties which are brought from agency areas. And actually, as far as I know, because of my experience in the tribal areas, there are 8 to 9 types of banana that are cultivated in agency areas. And actually, these bananas which are cultivated in agency areas are generally utilized by them, are generally marketed in shandies. And the bananas which are being cultivated in plains, they are not going to the agency areas. And we have many varieties like red banana, another clone of red banana, which is green in color, Kommarity, and also the Mukiri, which is Kondarity. And in culinary varieties also, there are 2 types which are cultivated in agency areas. And like that, almost 8 or 9 varieties are there in agency areas. And coming to the types of varieties in coastal and Rayalaseema, as our earlier speaker said, mostly in Rayalaseema, it is occupied by Grand 9. And the other variety which is commercially cultivated is Sugandhalu, that is a clone of our Karpura Chakrakeli, which is popular in Nandyal area of Eswal Kurnool district. And coming to the varieties in coastal AP, this is the topic of discussion. We have many varieties which are all choicest varieties as far as their quality is concerned. We have many varieties, but they are not commercially exploited because of certain limitations. And each and every variety, though it is excellent in quality, each variety has got its own limitation. Suppose say if you take Karpura Chakrakeli, no, it has got very good shelf life, most sought after variety for domestic purpose, but it has got many aborted seeds inside and relatively quality is inferior. Coming to Talachakrakeli, it has got excellent quality. No other variety can match Talachakrakeli in quality. But the problem is the fruit attachment to the pedicel is brittle when it is unripened. As the fruit ripens, it develops fiber and it will be a bit difficult to peel the skin. That is its defect. And by the time it develops good yellow color, it becomes overripe. That is a defect with this variety. And similarly, your Amrutapani, at the time of initiation of ripening, it develops very attractive yellow color. By the time it becomes fit for consumption, it loses its luster. And also the splitting of the skin in Amrutapani. This is another problem. Like that, all our varieties, though they are excellent in quality, maybe we need to focus in overcoming these characters in crop improvement program. And we should find out whether we can find some accessions or selections which to overcome these kind of problems. And similarly, in Sugandhal, this is another variety in Rayalaseema, a clone of your Ovan or Karpura Chakrakeli. This is definitely, it has got some very fine, mild fragrance or flavor, which is very much sought after by the people in Rayalaseema region. And here also, the problem is it has got good shelf life. And I think this is one variety in AP from traditional varieties, which needs to be focused because I think it is amenable for export when compared to the old Karpura Chakrakeli. And another variety we have that often it is referred to as Madras Chakrakeli or Budida Bukisa. That is also there in Nellore and Chittoor areas. But that also, though it has got very good quality and flavor and all, but the appearance is not that good. It's not readily accepted by the consumer when once the consumer sees it because of its dull look. These are some of the issues which need to be addressed in our crop improvement programs. Coming to the problems which we have been discussing so far in AP, the first one is spread of the diseases and pests. This is, of course, for the last 3-4 decades, we have been discussing it. Now we are focusing on Sigatoka disease. But it doesn't mean that we are devoid of the viral diseases. They are still with us. And the farmers, many a times, they fail to identify the infestation during the initial stage of infestation. That is another problem. And all these viral diseases like black mosaic virus, bunchy top, cucumber mosaic virus, all these things are still there with us. We can't be complacent with these diseases. And similarly, the wilt caused by fusarium and bacteria. And of course, fusarium already it has been discussed, and we need to look into the legislation regarding the movement of the planting material from one state to the other, because as Madam said, it is already there in our country. And it's of course till date it has not entered our state, but we can't be ignorant of this. We need to be very cautious while getting the material, planting material from other states. This is one thing which needs to be focused. And coming to the other problems, like see the natural calamities, particularly in coastal areas, we need to develop some varieties which can resist heavy winds or cyclonic winds, gales, because this is a regular feature in coastal belt. And mostly the varieties which we are commercially cultivating in coastal areas are all varieties. And our problem is the cyclones. So this is another issue. And similarly, the coastal areas are not focusing on drip and fertigation, maybe because of availability of plenty of water. But for efficient input use efficiency, we need to focus on the fertigation and drip irrigation. And of course, Rayalaseema, the whole banana area is almost with fertigation and drip, but in coastal areas, this is one area which needs to be focused. And similarly, as commissioners have said, the sigatoka and the premature ripening of the fruits. Added to this, there are other problems like nutrient deficiencies, which are not very much focused, but we need to focus on nutrient deficiencies, because this premature ripening, fruit splitting, all these are more or less associated with the nutrient deficiencies also, not only with sigatoka disease. And another thing is the perennial cultivation system in coastal areas. See, once if a farmer plants banana in a particular field, it will be there for 4 or 5 years, which needs to be discouraged. And coming to other things, the cold chain already Suresh has already covered, and the post-harvest management. But here, while discussing the post-harvest management, I wanted to emphasize the capacity building in post-harvest management. This is very, very important. You may be talking about post-harvest value addition a number of times. Unless you are very serious in capacity building and making the people aware of this, and unless you make the people ready to take up this activity, we cannot ensure what we are targeting. And similarly, we need to focus on the development of climate resilient varieties. And we also need to focus on conservation of local varieties. I think our HRS cover is already at it, but added to this, we also should focus on the GA indication for our local varieties. This is also one thing which needs to be addressed, because we have unique varieties which are exclusively special for AP. Nowhere they are found. So such kind of varieties, I think we need to go for GI tagging. And I have already spoken about the legislation regarding the movement of the planting material. And we need to focus on precision farming and also the organic cultivation. These are things which need to be again identified, focused. And having said that, our varieties are excellent in quality. It is our once again is on us to identify the import destinations for our varieties. So there are certain places where our Indian settlers are there. I think those areas can be focused, and we need to create some avenues. I think we need to create avenues for exporting our traditional varieties, because all we've been talking about a number of times about grand nine, about productivity, quality, and all. Despite focusing so much on grand nine, the area under local varieties in coastal belt has not come down. It means that it has our people have got preferences and they have their own demand. So this demand needs to be trapped, and we need to focus on exports of our local varieties. But actually, maybe there are certain defects, as I told you just now, the curvature of the fingers and the less shelf life, such kind of issues. I think we need to focus on in our crop improvement program, and we can make ways for exporting our traditional varieties, so that they'll be with us forever. And with these few words, I'm closing my talk. As somebody said, anything good happen, anything good doesn't happen on its own. Whatever it happens, we should make it happen. Let's join hands with the Department of Horticulture and work together to come out with some solutions for the problems which have been addressed during this talk. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Naram Naidu. I think you have flagged many issues. Definitely, it will be, useful to take up all issues during this celebration of Year of Banana.
Thank you.
I think that's really nice. Now, I think finally the action plan of Dr. YSRHU Year of Banana 2022 and 23 will be presented by our Director Extension, Dr. Karnasri Garu. Please.
Thank you very much, sir. Respected Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. T. Janakiram, sir, Commissioner of Horticulture, Dr. YSRHU, and all the dignitaries who are present physically as well as virtually for this today's auspicious occasion of announcement of Dr. YSRHU Year of Banana 2022-23. As a Director of Extension, I can say banana is in Andhra Pradesh especially is such a crop that the technological advancement of the research scientists and as well as the field level extension strategies, policies, and the services extended by the Department of Horticulture has taken this banana crop for the last few years as a boon crop for the farmers, especially in Rayalaseema with export potential. So with this, this thing today, Dr. YSR Horticulture University is announcing this Dr. YSRHU Year of Banana 2022-23. And coming to the action plan, clearly a monthly action plan with the Dr. YSR Horticulture University, all the constituent colleges, horticulture research stations, Krishi Vigyan Kendras, and polytechnics has been prepared. Next slide. With the network of all the institutions under Dr. YSRHU. This is the extension, strong extension network of Dr. YSR Horticulture University, along with the Department of Horticulture, the farmers, NGOs, farmers producer organization, and all the stakeholders working for the welfare of the farmers with special focus on horticulture. Coming to the detailed action plan for the year of Banana 2022-23, we are monthly plan for the whole year, for year-round activities has been planned. In a nutshell, I just want to focus on the planting of banana plants in block in all institutions under Dr. YSRHU on one day. Same day will be decided, and then we'll be celebrating this year of Banana 22-23. And this block will be demonstrated with all the technological interventions for the best as a best demonstration plot for the visiting farmers in all the institutions. Then conducting the need-based training programs on banana production, protection, and value-added products to the village horticulture assistants and agriculture assistants and RBK staff, farmers and field level extension functionaries. Conducting of farmer scientist interaction meetings on banana technologies, especially as rightly we have seen the technological strength of NRCB of by the Dr. Suresh presentation, and conducting webinars on banana technologies. Especially special webinars will be conducted to take the farmers to the technological interventions of banana. Organization of Banana Kisan Mela, a special Kisan Mela, definitely involving all the stakeholders. Will plan as soon as possible to showcase the banana technologies as well as to highlight what are all the points envisaged by the dignitaries of today's meeting. Then awareness programs on banana technology, especially in adopted villages under Vice Chancellor to Village program. We have a flagship program where 42 villages will be being adopted every year, and special banana technologies will be demonstrated in these villages. Next, the national and international level seminars will be conducted on banana in collaboration with ICR NRC Banana. Then conducting of elocution and essay writing competitions for the students from the various institutions, schools and colleges in nearby research stations, KVK, so that the students can be given information on the nutritional importance and the crop of banana, and as a hygienic food, I can say banana. Then student ready program on banana. Our colleges will be involved in making this program, and then student rallies by displaying placards on banana technologies, special invited lectures by the retired professors, scientists on banana, Every Monday, phone-in program will be on banana from here onwards throughout the year. Every Monday, the Udyanavani program of our Dr. YSR Horticulture University Community Radio will be on banana. And programs on banana under Udyana Mitra, a supportive e-extension to the RBK channel also will be taken up. Then phone-in live on banana in Doordarshan. Every month we are sending our scientists for phone-in live in Doordarshan. We'll be promoting the banana technological support in terms of phone-in live. Every month one talk on banana. Technological backstopping for banana FPOs in AP. And here as we have learned that from the commissioner's speech that 165 special Totabadi programs are being organized on banana crop in AP. So we will be focusing for the technological backstopping of these Totabadi programs. Documentation of success stories of banana farmers and entrepreneurs marketing channel. Commercialization of banana technologies. Encouraging students, staff to write songs, poems and kavitas on banana. Honoring the progressive, successful banana farmers. Banana technology posters for RBKs. Creation of song on banana technologies. And Dr. YSRHU New Year greeting card will be with banana photos. This is in brief about the year-round programs of today's announcement of Dr. YSRHU Year of Banana 2022-23. And here our Vice Chancellor sir has also suggested immediately to take up one exposure visit come training program with NRCB under tribal subplan program of East and West Godavari district farmers. So immediately in discussion with NRCB, we will also chalk out that program as an exposure visit come training program to the tribal farmers involved in banana cultivation. With this brief action plan, I thank the opportunity given for me as a Director of Extension for focusing the year-round programs of Dr. YSRHU Year of Banana 2022-23. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Karnashri garu. I think we have covered everything in the action plan. Definitely, we will be able to achieve. I have full confidence, and particularly, we need to connect to the farmers, and also, if possible, interact with the FPOs, value chain. We need to work value addition. And even Navsari Agriculture University also we can have one exposure visit. Particularly, they are working on different value-added products from the banana waste. So I think we should have one value addition, particularly exclusive exhibition and the technological exhibition banana. So in collaboration with NRC Banana, I think one Mr. Karapaya is president. I think we can find out Tamil Nadu Banana Growers Association. So we can involve them. Yeah, of course. KU also will. So I think now we can conclude the program, and I congratulate all my colleagues for this wonderful, initiative. And so we can.
Once again, I thank you.
Thank you very much, one and all.
For his valuable remarks about the status of the banana in the state.
So thank you very much. And now it's time to have banana.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And just for the information, Dr. YSRHU, our former director research, I think his involvement was there in during the celebration of year of citrus and coconut, and it will be continued with banana also. Thank you very much for your presence. And Dr. YSRHU garu.
Sir, I am very much thankful to you, sir, Dr. YSRHU sir, for initial remarks, and I seek your cooperation and guidance for successful completion of this year of banana for the entire year. And also I request Dr.YSRHU sir for your guidance and cooperation for conduct of this program for the total year. I always seek your blessings and cooperation also, sir.
Sir, small sir.
Yeah, please. Srinivas.
As you suggested, sir, for the potato, similar to potato, on banana food day or Potter's day may also be included, sir.
Definitely, it is noted, and madam, one more. Yeah, that's really, yeah, suggestions will be, keep on coming, and we'll take it, add it. That's good. I think we should also mention Nirmal, who is Nirmal, who is working in DR section, has developed the logo for this year of banana, and previously also he developed for coconut and also citrus. So you can stand. So we can say meeting is closed. Prakash is sitting there. Okay, Prakash and the entire team. Thank you. Thank you very much, and I think Ramanan, we have a lot of response, and our Madam Sushila Garu from Pulivendula team, and they are already doing excellent job.
Sushila Madam,
within short time. Within short time, their entire team really worked very hard and appreciate the progress.
Thank you, sir.
Would like to say a few remarks, madam?
No, sir. No.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll conclude. Thank you very much.